On behalf of the administration, faculty, and students, we hope you enjoy the next game between the Deerfield Warriors and your Niles North Vikings. Today's game is being played according to the rules of the
Good evening, Vikings, and welcome to the main gym, also known as the Loud House on Lawler. Girls basketball action here tonight between your Niles North Vikings and the Warriors of Deerfield. I'm Jacob Ornstein.
And I'm Anthony Bramley.
And Anthony, it's a nice Tuesday night. This is the last home game of the season for Niles North girls basketball. They've struggled a little bit throughout the season. They are sitting at about 7-15 right now. But what can you say one last win at home can do for morale going into next season?
You know, I think this team is coming into this game ready. Final matchup at home, final CSL matchup, I believe. This is a team that they beat before. Right at the wee beginning of the season, they beat them to win the Zion Benton tournament, their first major sort of plays of the season. So I think, knowing that they've done it before, I think they can do it again, Jacob.
We're going to take a quick break from the national anthem. We'll see you at tip-off. And now it's time to meet your starting lineups. First, we'll hear from Deerfield.
And now here are the starting lineups for today's game. First for the Deerfield Warriors, junior number 10, Chloe.
We got junior number 10, Chloe Connell. We got Maya Silver. Number 15, Crystal Varga. Freshman number 20, Eve Engler. And Sheerpaz, number 32. And now, let's meet your Vikings. At guard, number 3, Leah Jackson. We got senior guard, number 15, Rayon Quadri. Guard, 21, good old Eden Owen. Sophomore guard, number 22, Bettina Strumfeld. And number 24, Brianna Tatar. What? Vikings are coached by Danae Russell, and we are just about set to tip off from Lawler. And both teams are coming here for tip-off. And we are just about ready. So for the final home game of the girls basketball season, here we go. Deerfield wins the tip. Number 10 for the Warriors, taking it, driving through, and outside, and right away, the Vikings gain possession.
Yeah, already a quick moving game, turnover with physicality, so you like to see, our varsity team going at it.
Leia Jackson taking it now, outside. Gets it over to Quadri. Through. She's going to get fouled there. Bettina Strumfeld going to go to the line for a couple shots there. And Anthony, I saw her in the corner. She was waving her arms, jumping up and down. She wanted the ball badly there. She did get it, but tried to drive through.
Yeah, that's something that they've been working on throughout the season, that communication. And so Bettina was being very obvious with it. And, she got to drive through. Looks like she caught a Warrior, and so now she's shooting.
She's going to miss her first. Six the second, so 1 for 2 at the line for Strumfeld tonight. And the Vikings strike first, 1-0. So here comes Deerfield. That won't go. Fighting for it. And here's a 3-ball. Got it. Number 20 for the Warriors, Eve Engler, knocks it down. So Quadri feeds it over. Outside, Strumfeld for 3. And right away, Bettina Strumfeld answers that 3.
It's great to see range as Warriors almost lose, and now coming up the 15 and stolen by Strumfeld.
And Strumfeld making her presence known early. Quadri is taking it now. Driving through outside, Leia Jackson. And pushing and shoving through. She'll get the call. It's going to be a shooting foul on the Warriors, but Brianna Tatar is going to take 2 shots. The foul's going to go on Varga. And she'll miss that first one. And she'll miss the second one as well. So here we go. Deerfield working it through now. And Leia Jackson, quick to get in there, but she's going to go down. We'll shake it up. She's going to get checked out by a couple of our great athletic trainers here at the school.
Yeah, and it looks like early on that physicality goes a little bit too far. Ends up knocking into the Warrior, and luckily we have Joe Paywall and Don Palmer on duty here helping out our Vikings. And the Warriors should it come to that. So, again, very fortunate to have those training personnel. We also have Dennis Makis working for us, and looks like she is up. Great to see Leah Jackson back up, and maybe she'll be able to return later.
I hope so. It looks like she tweaked something with her knee.
Bounty.
I hope. I do hope she's all right, but I wouldn't be surprised if that will be it for her tonight. But in the meantime, the show will go on. So Connell with it outside. She feeds it over to number 32. And a quick whistle there, and Deerfield is going to have an opportunity at the line. Sheer pause for 2 shots. And she missed the first shot. Caught by an official. And doesn't get it. Deerfield rebounds it, able to, and that's poked loose. The Warriors are going to retain possession. It was last touched by Quadri. So working with it now is Connell. And the Warriors trying to feed it on inside, won't go. And it looks like Bettina Strumfield, she was trying to dish it through, but that will go out of bounds and last touch by the Vikings. So the Warriors going to try to make quick work. And 3 right away from Deerfield, no. And good hustle, but the Vikings will finally get possession.
Yeah, I'm loving the effort from both sides here. Not something that we've seen from the Vikings all season, but now they're really going for it. We saw that effort on the baseline. While it didn't work in their favor, it is good to know that we have that sort of conditioning and ability as Quadri avoids the backcourt call.
Feeds it inside. Martin outside the Quadri. On through. And got it. Credit it to Brianna Tatar. And another 3 from Deerfield. It won't go. One more. And 1 for the Warriors. Sure Paz is going to look to tack on 1 more and make it a 3-point play. And swish. That's going to tie it up here as Martin is going to drive through. Quadri outside, Martin inside, and stolen by Deerfield. And the Vikings hit the floor hard. And that will be a turnover.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Bettina's that affected by it, given her grin and cheer. But, I mean, great to get the ball. And the Vikings are going to do it any way they need.
So Martin going to take it now. Outside. And Deerfield working down the court. Here comes Connell. Won't go. Outside. This one's for 2. For 0, that is, as she misses it. Connell working outside. And that's picked off by Strumfeld. And gets the layup on the fast break. Bettina Strumfeld making her presence known. And how about Deerfield making their presence known right there? Sure Paz with the layup. So we're tied at 8, 4:15 left here in the first quarter. And Quadri takes a mid-range, no. And here comes the Warriors working their way down. Can't get the layup, out of bounds. And the Vikings will have possession. Vanessa Bernal is going to check it for Quadri as the Vikings will take over. So, Letty Martin with it now. Double teamed. Feeds it inside. Yes! Brianna Tatar. Almost some premature celebration, but that one does eventually go in.
Yeah, it's great to see both sides really going for those, tight balls right under the basket. Those are going to be the guaranteed points for the most part, and both teams are aware.
So, a new face for the Warriors. Number 5, Isabel Ishaya. And here's another 3 for Deerfield. No. Martin will rebound. And that's going to be a timeout from the Warriors. And, actually, correction, it was actually a timeout on the Vikings. So, Anthony, something I've noticed a lot from Deerfield is they keep trying the 3-ball. They keep trying to feed it to number 20, Eve Engler, and you could tell she could shoot from range, but she's not knocking it down. What can the Warriors do to potentially give better opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly part of the modern game, going for those 3 balls. I like the way that they're just sliding it right out to her, and obviously the Vikings haven't quite caught up with that maneuver. But, I think they just got to keep going for it, or maybe, get some steps, make sure the ball's really yours, and feel comfortable and letting the ball go, Jacob.
So we are back here from the timeout. Vikings lead by 2, so Letty Martin is going to take it. Gets it outside to Strumfeld. And that was the Bernal, but denied by the Warriors. And with aggressive defense all over, Brianna Tatar able to make it happen. And now the Warriors are working through, and that's stolen by Strumfeld. And the layup on the fast break, credited to Bettina Strumfeld. We've been calling her number all quarter.
Yeah, it's been great. And, a lot of times you'll see just missed open layups. That happens in both the boys' game and the girls' game. But Bettina Strumfeld, she's been working on pushing that ball up, using the wrist to maneuver it, and it's been working in her favor.
So here comes Deerfield driving through. Got it. Credit it to number 32, Sherpaz. Letty Martin now working in. Screen set. Loses it inside the paint. And now Engler is going to take it down, lobs it up. That's going to go out of bounds. It's plays like that kind of reminds me of when we call boys basketball. It looks like that play where Garwin lobs it up to Olsen, but to my knowledge, this Deerfield team does not have that kind of vertical.
Yeah, not exactly, but they are taller than the Vikings.
Yeah, sure, the height advantage is definitely present. So now, the Warriors are going to take it out. Engler commanding the floor. She's guarded by Martin. Outside. Connell gets it out to number 32. Engler with it now. Connell. A nice little jet feed. Driving through is the Warriors. That's denied. Credit the shot attempt to Maya Silber as Letty Martin is going to take it up the court. A little under a minute and a half here. 1:17 left in the quarter. Quadri, quarter 3. Sinks it. Rayon Quadri.
She told me she was going to hit that shot tonight in our stats class, and so glad to see her following through.
I hope
they're student athletes, Jacob.
They are student athletes first. What do you got for stats, Mr. Caccia?
Yeah, yes, I do.
You guys got a big test coming up, don't you?
Well, we'll see what happens because, as I'm sure you've seen if you're a Niles North student, an e-learning day was announced, meaning that, just make sure you're checking your email, your Niles K-12, to see what all your teachers have to say.
I'm very thankful for the snow day that's been called, or e-learning day is the technical term. Here is Bernal. And that's stolen by the Warriors. Loses it on the fast break. Vikings catch up. And here's a 3 from Engler. No. Connell out. And that was last touch by Niles North.
Again, I like to see the physicality, and obviously for one play it didn't work exactly how the Vikings planned. But, having that energy is something very useful on the court.
And driving through. No, won't go. And second chance opportunities lead to second chance buckets. Credit it to Sherpaz. Quadri feeding it through. And they're going to call the travel on the Vikings. The Warriors are now going to take possession, and to inbound it will be Engler. Connell with it now. And driving through, Engler for three. No, she hasn't hit it yet tonight, and that will be it for the quarter. Your Niles North Vikings lead 17-12. And Anthony, Deerfield's very much in this game. They definitely can be in this game. What do you think is their main issue right now?
I think we got to look at what the Vikings are doing to answer that question. It's been their most offensively competent quarter, I think, all year, and especially when you got a player like Bettina Strumfeld. Again, I want to say it's either 4 or 6 points in transition. She's moving the ball fast. She's putting it up immediately, and it's working in her favor. I think the Deerfield Warriors have to try to do the same. They attempted it earlier, but I don't know if we saw the number, but her momentum was faster than the ball. She couldn't quite carry it, and so slowed down the game and gave the Vikings defense a chance. They can't let the Vikings defense get a chance there, Jacob.
And without a doubt, and yeah, but we got to talk about Bettina Strumfeld for a second. I mean, she was seemingly everywhere this entire quarter, and I mean, and just the conditioning shows. I mean, you talk about like her great opportunities on the fast break, capitalizing every single time. It's like that's not something Deerfield is showing. It kind of seems when they have an opportunity, they're not able to catch up.
Yeah, that's something that the Vikings have learned the hard way throughout the season. I was fortunate to be able to go down to Whitney Young to watch the Shaw Hobson Memorial Classic where the Vikings played the Lincoln Park Lions, and they could not take advantage of those opportunities. They ended up losing that one. I want to say it was 51-29. So, but now they're seeing, if you have the chance, take it, no matter what.
And here's a chance right over Bernal. Won't go. Engler now. So Connell taking it through. She feeds it inside. Will go. Second chance, puts it on up. Sure pause. Making it happen.
I mean, talk about that offensive rebound. You had 2 Vikings there. The Warrior gets right in, and part of that's the size. They definitely have the advantage under the basket.
Yeah, and Paz, she's definitely been that beacon of offense that this Deerfield team has really been highlighted by throughout this game. She not only is she getting boards, but she's making those second chance buckets, and she's able to really carry the team to where they are right now.
Certainly impressive.
That's going to go out of bounds. Vikings will retain possession, and a couple of new Vikings checking in. We're going to see Blessed Oneg coming in, and Bettina Strumfeld is going to return from the bench. We also got Michelle Ponce out there, number 13. Thank you. So now Strumfeld working through. Outside, Ponce. No look pass, deflected. And Strumfeld working deep. Driving through Strumfeld. And the pumping to Quadri is not going to be effective. That wasn't fooling anyone on that interior for Deerfield.
Yeah, I appreciate that effort, though. It was fun.
I mean, it's plays like that will either get you on SportsCenter for the right reason or the wrong reason.
Oh, look at this. Transition point incoming. Denied by Strumfeld, though.
So Ponce driving through now. And loses herself a little bit. Quadri, quick defense by the Warriors. Quadri outside. Driving through. Here comes Ponce. Back to Bernal. Quadri thinks about it. Gets it to Oneg in the middle. And Oneg loses it. And now the Warriors are going to take it on up. Connell. Engler. Pause. And Connell for three. No, and rebound Strumfeld. Good hustle there. The foul's going to... It is going to go on the Warriors. And the Vikings will have possession. Looks like just a little bit too much aggression. And Quadri going to take it. Yeah,
I want to backtrack to Quadri. She had it open. Oh, all right. Well, she had it open at the top of the key. She hesitated. You know, when you see the interior is clogged and you're one-on-one with space, if I'm Rayon Quadri, I'm taking that shot because I know what I'm capable of. And so, disappointing to see that hesitation, but that's something that she's been experiencing throughout the year and has been working against.
Do you tell that in your stats class?
She don't want to hear it. And mostly we just talk about I don't even know what our unit's on, man. We have a test coming up. It was supposed to be tomorrow, but of course we got the e-learning day. Oh, yeah. We're talking about permutations.
Oh yeah, permutations and combinations. Yeah, I got Murphy third period.
Oh, hey, you have the answers?
I'll share my notes with you.
Oh. Hey, academic DeSassi scandal at the Viking media.
Mr. Murray, Mr. Kachia, if you guys are watching, we love y'all.
Yeah, have some fun with it.
So, here comes Deerfield now. Connell with it. Angler working through. Gets it up. And that's going to be fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2 shots. She went to the line earlier, only able to sink 1. And she'll sink that one. So subs coming in for North. And Deerfield for that matter. For North, we're going to see Brianna Tatar check back in. And I believe for the Warriors, number 5, Isabel Ashaya is coming back in. Quadri driving through. Here's Ponce. Mid-range won't go. And Ashaya will rebound. Engler fast up the court. And that is picked up by Rayon Quadri. Or is it? It's going to go out of bounds, but the Vikings will have possession. It was last touched by Engler.
Yeah, a little bit of animosity there. You saw Quadri try to help Engler up. She was not having that. So, I mean, love the competitive spirit, but hoping for, more sportsmanship.
I mean, I see that clever segue. Rayon Quadri was recently named to the CSL Sportsmanship Award as announced on the Niles North Athletics Instagram. Special congratulations to Rayon Quadri for that.
Isn't there another Viking member who had an honor?
I'm getting to that. Aman Hamid also earned CSL North All-Conference honors, also announced on the Niles North Athletics Instagram. Another special congratulations. A special congratulations to both Quadri and Hamid for their hard work this season. And some hard work there from Chloe Connell as she'll sink that mid-range for the first time tonight. Deerfield's going to take the lead. Martin driving through. Ponce over to Tatar. It won't go. And whistles. There's a foul, I believe, on the Vikings. It was going to go on Ponce. It's going to be the team's third on the night. So here comes Connell and Engler. Warriors working with some momentum. Here's a 3. No. Rebound. Niles North. So here comes Letty Martin taking it up the court. Beats it over and bit of a shove from the Warriors. It's going to go on Engler. It's her first. It's the team's third so far. So here we go. Tatar gets it over to Martin. Martin for 3. No. Rebound, Deerfield. Eden Engler up. And here's a 3 from Deerfield. No. Did not quite have the arc. And here comes Letty Martin. Ponce now. Through. And out of bounds. Deerfield will have possession. It was last touch, I believe, by Tatar. So here we go. Connell now. Driving through. And got it. Credit it to Sherpaz.
You know, she's the tallest on the team, and she's a freshman, so very impressive to begin those varsity reps.
And without a doubt, and interesting note about Deerfield, they have 4 freshmen on their roster. It's a very young team. They also have 4 sophomores, 3 juniors, and only 1 senior. Number 10, Chloe Connell, is the only member of the class of 2025. So a very young team, a lot of hope for the Warriors and their future. So here comes Connell now. She's working up. Way long out to Engler. That's denied. Second chance, and Paz puts it up with the second chance opportunity. Great work on the boards.
And I don't believe the Vikings have had a point this quarter. They're down now 22-17, Jacob.
Yeah, you are right. It's been a completely different pace for Niles North. And for the Warriors, that matter too. They're starting to get a lot more offensive opportunities, kind of doing a lot more of what we talked about. Maybe they're listening. Martin now. That's poked away, but good job by Martin to regain possession. Tatar. No. Working through Tatar outside. Tries to get it to Strumfeld, but just couldn't quite grab it. A little bit wide right.
Yeah, that's been happening throughout the season. There was that Shaw Hobson game against the Lions where I saw that especially, where the passes aren't consistent, or they get there, but the teammate isn't ready. And we talked at the beginning about how communication has been a point of growth for this squad. But when you're making those passes, you really got to make sure that they're active and they're ready for the ball. Obviously, with that one, Bettina may not have been.
And a quick timeout is called by Deerfield. 24-17. And, I mean, the Vikings, they've shown a lot less energy this quarter. I mean, they were seemingly everywhere in the first quarter. What do you think has changed, Anthony?
I think part of it could just be stamina, especially when you're putting so much effort, chasing balls down and running full court. I mean, that's 94 feet down there to put that ball back up. That takes a lot out of you. And maybe Coach Russell just doesn't have enough faith in her and her bench. She doesn't believe in the depth of her team yet. Not putting those younger players on means players like Bettina Strumfeld can't quite breathe. Now, of course, we don't see them too much, so we don't know what they would be bringing to the court. But, it's always something to think about. And, I think about Coach Olson. He'll have his core, but he always tries to get that 6th or 7th man in. And, we see that sometimes with the girls' team with Michelle Ponce and Vanessa Bernal. But it doesn't always happen, Jacob.
It doesn't always happen. This definitely is a very young team, and it's a lot of juniors for the Vikings, but also they have a couple of sophomores in Amon Amin and Bettina Strumfeld that have made great strides this season. So we'd like to see them get a little more action, especially as we wind down.
Yeah, I do want to just clarify, when I say she doesn't have faith in them, usually that means that it's not earned by the player, right? But you never know what's going on at these practices, Jacob.
I mean, our length of journalism only goes so far. we're still a fully student-run organization, but hey, we at least have that marquee fame.
That was fun, man. No, it has been a while since we've done a basketball game here, Jacob.
I think the marquee game was the last time.
What was that, a week and a half ago, maybe a little bit more?
Yeah, it was the 31st.
12 days.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I'm not up on my like Gregorian calendar studies here, Jacob. I don't know what to tell you.
We have confirmed it is in fact 12 days. In case you were dying to know. So here comes the Warriors now. Connell outside. And here is a shot up by Deerfield. Chloe Connell. Actually, correction, it was number 15, Crystal Varga. I mean, Chloe Connell, she's been very good for the Warriors as well, but you gotta give credit all around. And give Brianna Tatar some credit there as she's able to put it up for the Vikings' first bucket of the quarter. Maybe a little too late as under 20 seconds left. Tatar driving through, triple teamed. And Strumfeld outside, Quadri. And Letty Martin for three, no. 3 seconds left. Time for one more shot if they so choose. Won't go. And that'll do it for the half. Deerfield leads it 26-19. We'll see you in 10 minutes. Stay
Please leave your concessions and out in the athletic hallway.
And welcome back to Lawler for second half action of Tuesday night CSL crossover action between your Niles North Vikings and the Deerfield Warriors. Once again, I'm Jacob Ornstein.
I'm Anthony Bramley.
And just to give you guys a bit of a quick recap, the Vikings had a good, I believe it was 4-6 point lead, something like that going into the first quarter, but they seemingly fell apart in the second quarter. Hopefully they'll get back on track for the second half.
Yeah, you were pretty much there. It was a 5-point lead. But yeah, through that second quarter, they only had one bucket. It came with about a minute and a half remaining because, Warriors were getting so powerful and, so dominant on the offense. It was a lot for the Vikings to handle. And, in transition, it's tough going back and forth. So weren't quite ready for it. But let's see now with the 10-minute break how they do going into the second half.
A lot of adjustments hopefully to be made as Quadri is going to take it as we're back underway. And Quadri driving through. Martin through to outside. Bettina Strumfeld tries the three. Won't go. Here comes Deerfield. And here's a two. Air balls it. And able to get it out of the scrum. Here comes Quadri driving through. Jumper, no. And rebound, Deerfield. Here comes Engler. Outside, Connell. And here's a two, mid-ranger, no, won't go. And second chance, gets it. Credit it to number 15, Crystal Varga.
Yeah, that's what the Warriors were doing all of the second quarter. They were missing those quick little shots, but then using their height, sheer pause, 5'11". She gets that rebound, puts it right back up, and seems like that trend will continue into the third.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see. Maybe we'll see a lot more Varga being the Warriors' put-back upper. We use very technical terms here at Viking Media.
Yeah, we're I don't even know what we're doing.
It's been a night.
Hey, luckily, we'll be able to recover with, once again, our e-learning day tomorrow. It's not just a snow day, it's an e-learning day, so make sure you log on to your Chromebook, get it all charged up, log in by 10 o'clock, and submit your attendance by 3.
Don't forget, or else Mark daps it. And here's a steal by Engler. Driving through inside the Warriors. No, won't go. And out of bounds. Deerfield will retain possession. Last touched by, I believe, Tatar. So inbounds it out. Engler for three. Wide open. Got it. Eden Engler knocking it down.
And that's the shot she was looking for all night, but now you have her counterpart, Rayon Quadri. Oh.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of a seat in the crowd, and also correction, Eve Engler, not Eden. Eve Engler.
And it looks like Michelle Ponce's little brother got out of the way just in time as the Warrior fell onto the bench. She was taking a break, just wanted to watch the game.
Well, we all do this out of fandom of the game, and she was going back to her roots of fandom. Here comes Connell now. Driving through. No, won't go. Second chance opportunity, and got it.
The Vikings have got to stop it, get right under that basket, get wide box out, and take it. Otherwise, the Warriors are going to keep going. As Bettina Strumfeld, again, the backcourt violation is missed.
And that one's going to go off the feet of Quadri. There's the backcourt violation as she goes sprinting back for the ball. So Quadri's going to take a seat. Ponce is checked in. So Engler for three right away off the pass. No. And here's Engler. Long out for three. McConnell with it. Driving through. And that is denied by Letty Martin. Defensive effort. Effective. Go figure. Here's Martin driving through. And Ponce, that's for 2. It's for 0 as she'll airball it. And a tie up on the ball. Deerfield will have possession. And it looks like this Niles North coaching staff did not like that call.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's the call and more so, the action. Especially when you're down this much, you can't be making those types of mistakes. Even if it's ticky-tacky, you can't rely on the refs to not call something. It's your own choice.
And pause with the and one opportunity. Sure, pause. She has been having herself a night for the Warriors.
Certainly, Jacob, and now she gets to shoot for one more, bring her team to 36. Not how we thought this game was going to go, Jacob.
I mean, these two teams are close-ish in record. The Vikings have more wins. However, they've played less games. They are looking at 7-15, while the Warriors, I believe, are 6-22. So the Vikings definitely have the win column advantage, but experience definitely is showing with the Warriors. Here's Martin. And that's going to be fouled. The foul's going to go on pause, and the Vikings will set up shop off the inbound. So Martin surveying, and here's a jumper. It won't go. Bettina Strumfeld not able to knock it down. And here's a jumper for the Warriors. She knocks it down. Number 5, Isabel Ashaya, and a timeout is called by the Vikings. 37-19. We are looking at a 18-point lead for Deerfield. I don't know if I'd call it an offensive explosion. I definitely think this defense has been really good for the Warriors. What would you say has been the better advantage on? Let me rephrase that. Which side of the ball do you think the Warriors have been doing a lot better with this game?
Well, I mean, at least the through line through the game has been an improved offense, and part of that is because again this Vikings defense is losing energy quick. They were keeping it back and forth, punching the ball out in that first quarter, and now they just can't continue it. So the Warriors have definitely taken advantage of that and putting it up. And again, Vikings haven't been getting under that basket or pushing out for the rebound. Warriors get the offensive rebound and put it back up, and that's been the story of the past 2 quarters for them.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I mean, I think the Vikings, they gotta get Bettina Strumfeld cooking again. I mean, she was on fire in that first quarter. She was seemingly everywhere. I feel like they haven't given her as much opportunities. I think they should try feeding her the ball more, see what she can do.
It's just hard to get her going in that transition when the Warriors are paying a little bit more attention to the pass and where the defenders actually are. So you can't really attain it without being scrappier if you're a Viking defender.
That is very much true, but we'll see how the Vikings adjust as there's whistles there. Was a foul on the Warriors. Eden Owen to inbound. Gets it over to Quadri. And a full court press here by Deerfield. And there's a little bit of light for this Viking offense. What? It's the first points of the half for the Vikings. And hopefully a spark of something great. Here comes Quadri. And that's going to be rebounded by Deerfield. Driving through. And she got it. Credited to number 5, Isabella Shaya.
Looked a little Strumfeld-esque.
Strumfeld-esque, I like it. Angler outside. Got it! Eden Angler. That's a Reed Olson type 3 right there.
Very impressive. Again, that's the shot that she's been looking for all night. As we now have Eden Owen out to Ponce, driving under, and oh my goodness. You hate to be number 14 from the Warriors. I think the number is different on her roster, but just pushing it out of bounds. You hate to see it.
Yeah, we don't have a number 14 on our roster. We do have a number 24, Alexis Hotchkey. Could be her, could not be. Don't blame us, blame the roster. And that's going to go out of bounds. It was last touched by Connell.
And great IQ there by Michelle Ponce just to knock it off the leg. She's now going to go the other side of the basket, try to get a play going.
So Quadri outside. And she tries to feed it to Strumfeld, but no go, out of bounds, and the Warriors are going to inbound it. Maya Silver to inbound it over to Connell. And here's a 3 from Angler in the corner. No, rebound Strumfeld. Driving through. In the Quadri for 3. No, rebound. And whistled there, and the Vikings will have a chance at the line for the first time this half. Brianna Tatar is going to take 2 shots.
Also noticing from the Warriors, they're being more anticipatory. They're backing up, just in the event that the Vikings want to take it down in transition, as the number 23, Tatar, puts it in for her first. But yeah, they're being more anticipatory, so locking down that transition from Strumfeld and the other Vikings.
And she'll make the second one. And a new face for the Warriors has checked in, number 21, Zoe Smith. And here's Deerfield driving through, hits the floor hard. The foul's gonna go with Tar. And the Warriors are not gonna go to the line, but they are gonna inbound it. Here's Angler outside, working through for 3. No. Rebound, Deerfield. Smith working around the Vikings. Here comes a shot. No. And a lot of chaos here, but the Vikings come out on top. Strumfeld working with it. And driving through, Quatri's outside, doesn't give it to her, but she'll be fouled as she was driving up. It's not a, actually it is a shooting foul. She's gonna go to the line for 2 shots.
It's very intentional, try to bring it up from under. You're gonna draw those forearms every time.
So Strumfeld's gonna take 2 shots. Sinks her first. You hear that swish up here. And that one won't go. So she hit at least 1 on that. And here's a 3 from Angler. Knocking it down.
She is really locked in. She was going more for volume, but now she's one of the most effective scorers, if not the most effective scorer on the court.
I mean, we knew she could shoot a 3 simply by the amount of time she was attempting it in the first half. She wasn't able to really knock it down, but now she seems to be getting better shots, and she seems to be knocking them down almost every time. Basically what you just said.
I know. Rebound from Blessing and Nang. It's going to go down to Quadri. Let's see what happens driving through.
And that was denied by Deerfield. Not able to get a second chance. Aneg quadruple teamed. And the Warriors come out. Smith working through. And timeout is called by the Warriors. They are up 19. It's their biggest lead of the night so far. And this is 21. Thank you. My math was not quite mathing there. Still, though, their biggest lead in the night. And that really, you know, you see players like Ian Engler, you see players like Sherpaz, and they are just dominating offensively for the Warriors.
It is very impressive. And again, Eve Angler going for that 3-ball. It's what Brianna Quadri started out hitting, but now hasn't been having as many opportunities to do so. So it's great to see the Warriors, you know, embrace that outer point, you know, especially when it actually makes sense to be shooting it. You know, Eve Angler, you're going to get it down pretty much every time, at least from what we've seen. So they're definitely giving her the path to do so.
And yeah, I mean, we talked about it earlier. Eden Engler, she's taking a lot of better shots, and she's knocking down a lot of better shots. So here we go. Smith with it. And now Engler is outside. Fits it to Smith again. Driving through, and she's going to go to the line for 2 shots. Correction, it was number 14 for the Warriors. Not on our roster. Show us her first. And she'll miss both. And that's going to go out of bounds. Deerfield, though, will retain possession as that was last touch by Martin. Out of bounds. We're just under a minute here in the third quarter. 58 seconds. Well, make that 54. As some aggressiveness from both sides.
But, you know, I would like to see a little bit more aggression from Bernal. You know, just take the ball right in. Don't try to grab it from outside your body and then drag it in, giving the Warriors a chance. You know, you got to be right there right now.
So here comes a 3 from the Warriors. No, won't go. That 3 was attempted by Itaree. Won't go, but we have a quick opportunity at the line here for number 21, Zoe Smith. And a couple of new faces for the Warriors are checking in. We got number 30, who I believe is not on our roster. So here comes Martin. She's driving through. Outside, Bernal. And she will be fouled as she shoots. So a couple opportunities for her at the line. Well. And she sinks the first. Also checked in for the Warriors, number 34, Violet Hannon. Or Hannon. Got it. And that's picked up by Quadri. Outside, here's Bernal. That's out of bounds. Vikings will retain possession. Martin could have taken out 17 seconds. Enough for the Blackhawks to score 2 goals in the 2013 Cup. And just like the Blackhawks in 2013, there's 2 points for the Vikings. And one last heave, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Your score, Niles North 28, Deerfield 46. And what an offensive explosion we have had from the Warriors. They just keep adding on.
Yeah, certainly, but Vikings have also sort of started to bring it back. Go back, 70 points in that first quarter, only 2 points in the second quarter, and now in the third, they've scored 9. It's been looking up and up for them. I think with 8 minutes of truly effective play from the Vikings, play to their capacity, this game is not over. It's only 14 points that they should make up. Or wait, 18 points.
18.
Still possible, though, Jacob.
Well, as you always say, Anthony, anything is high school. Anything is high school. Anything is possible in high school basketball.
Yeah, that's certainly true for a team like the Vikings with such a high ceiling of, skill and ability. So right now it just appears to be their choice as to how they want to continue this game, Jacob.
Well, it is the last home game of the season for the Vikings. And in this last quarter of the season, we will see, hopefully they will all put it all out of the court. Martin to inbound it over the quadrant. Driving through outside, and some bad hand movement there, and Quadri is going to reset. Outside to Martin. Foul's going to go on Deerfield, as here's Martin driving, well, not really driving through, but she's outside. And here's a 3 from the Vikings. No, actually, it would have counted for 2, but it won't go. But will go is that bucket from Sherpaz, driving on through. Make that a 20-point lead for Deerfield. And here's another attempt from the Vikings for 2, and this time she got it. Eden Owen sinks it the second time around. And speaking of sinking it, the Warriors able to sink that one, and they hit the 50-point mark in the game. Here's Bernal outside, and Owen tries to bounce it over, but that's going to be picked up by the Warriors. They will take advantage of the opportunity. Rare for them tonight. Here's Quadri. Owen around, and no! It rolled out. That's the most painful feeling in the sport of basketball. You see that shot, it's going in, and it just rolls on out.
Yeah, it is disappointing, though. She had those options on the outside who could have made the play. I do like the confidence to just drive in, but it didn't work out that play.
And the Warriors make it work. Connell now. And falling to the ground is Owen, and the Vikings able to have it. What? Here's Martin. 6 minutes left here in the game. And not able to make quality work of that shot. That was denied by the side of the backboard. Engler now. Engler working through outside of Connell. She's driving on through. No. Rebound. Niles North. Owen now to Martin. Owen in three-point territory. She'll take a 2, and she was fouled on the shot, so she's going to go to the line for 2 shots. The foul is going to go on Varga. The team's second. Sixer first. And she's going to miss the second, and that's going to go out of bounds, and it was last touched by Bettina Strumfeld. So Engler to inbound. And here comes Connell now, driving through. Engler from the Viking logo. And pause, denied, and taking her to the floor with her.
Ultimate possession goes to the Vikings.
Step aside real quick as she gets assessed. So Owen is going to take a seat for what probably is the rest of the night. She's going to be checked out by our athletic trainers, Don Palmer and Joe Paywell. So the Warriors able to steal and make a quick opportunity. Connell outside to Engler for 3, wide open, no defense around, and it rolls on out. And after the jump ball, the Warriors are going to have possession. So outside working through. Here comes Deerfield. And hits the floor hard. Engler.
And I gotta say, that's probably one of the most blatant fouls we've seen all game. It looks like it definitely wasn't on purpose, but she got her whole hand around the shoulder. Very unfortunate. And it's unfortunate that's so rough, so late in the game, Jacob.
Yeah. She sticks her first. And Ashaya is going to check back in for the Warriors. And 2 for 2 on that trip. So here comes Quadri working her way up. And tries to feed it to Ponce, but she loses possession. Out of bounds, and the Warriors are going to take shop again. Take up shop. Nice. So here comes the Warriors. Working through, here comes Connell. And Martin now driving through. She goes up, no. Rebound, Strumfeld, she hits the floor. And a tumble for the ball. It's a whole lot of bodies on the ground. And a timeout is going to be called by the Vikings. Just want to reset after that chaotic play right there.
And I suppose there's something to be said in favor of the effort there, but again, considering some of the prior injuries this game, I would be a little bit cautious. So, but 3:56 remaining on this clock. I'm not so optimistic about the Vikings' chances, especially since the Warriors have maintained their lead and actually grown it by a point or 3 points since we last conferred.
I mean, the Warriors, they've just been efficient all around. The Vikings, they've just been playing catch up all game, or at least since the second quarter. But we do have a little under 4 minutes left to play in this game, so we'll see what the Vikings can do in that time. Here's Strumfeld driving through, and she's gonna get fouled on her way up. A couple shots for Strumfeld. The foul will be credited to Sheer Paz. She'll miss the first. And not sure if it's a new face. Actually, it is not a new face. Ada Ree, she's going to be checking back in for the Warriors. And the second shot will go up, so here comes Engler. Deerfield driving through, and that's tipped away by Tatar. Engler inbounds it over. Working through. Engler working her way around. Feeds it over. And able to get her a bad pass. And denied.
Jacob, that's a ball.
And that will be an and one opportunity for Deerfield.
I do just want to take the opportunity to give a shout out to our safety team. We got Mike Gallo down here. He's heckling us, and just love to see our safety team, while keeping us all safe, but also just being active participants in our Viking community.
So she'll sink it. And new face checking in for the Vikings, number 43, Armana Rizvi. So here comes Martin. Driving around here. Strumfeld, she tries to feed the Ponce, but can't get the connection. And I feel like those two have been trying to dial together throughout the quarter, and they just kind of can't get that connection. Here comes Deerfield, and the shot goes up. No, Martin rebounds, or aggressive defense by the Warriors. So here comes Rayon Quadri deep over to Ponce. No, won't get the two. Falling down, a travel on the Vikings. And on the Warriors, apologies. Number 30 will check in for Deerfield. She'll come in for Sheer Paz, who's had herself a game. And foul. I believe it was on the Vikings. Quadri, the foul. The team's third. So here it comes. So the Warriors will travel there. And the Vikings are going to take up shop. 2:20 left in the game. Strumfeld outside to Martin, to Quadri. Back to Strumfeld, thinks about a three. Ponce, she visualizes the three, won't go. Quadri for two. No, and the Warriors able to rebound. And long out, and that's stolen by Ponce and ripped away almost. The Vikings will get possession. Now Rayon Quadri is going to inbound. Zoe Smith is checked in for Deerfield. So Strumfeld with it outside the quadri. Long out to Strumfeld. And that will be fouled. And she's going to go to the line. The first of 2 goes. And some new faces checking in for the Vikings. Number 11, Dua Hawk, check it in. And also waiting to come into the game is number 34, Yidia Abera. She makes the second. Minute 39 left in the game as Deerfield to inbound. So here come the Warriors. Number 30 for Deerfield, working around. And she will be fouled. And now, Abera will inbound. 1:23 left. Here comes Quadri. Working through with Ponce and bounces off. And she bounces off Violet Hannon. And she's going to go to the line for a couple shots. Shot up. Got it. And she will make both. So make the Vikings score 36. Still quite a ways to go. And here comes the Warriors driving through, and that's going to be a travel. So Yidia Abera to inbound over to Quadri. And we are at the 1 minute warning. 1 minute left in the game. Quadri. And here's a 3 from Ponce. It won't go. Abera out to Quadri. And that won't go. But she will have an opportunity to make up for it at the line.
Quadri the line, shooting 2.
And Quadri will miss the first. And Quadri's second shot will not go. The Warriors will take it. Outside. Ponce tries to steal it, but it won't go, and Hawk able to get it. Quadri driving through, and got it, 4-2. Rayon Quadri, 15 seconds, and Deerfield can just dribble it out and walk away with the victory, but one more 3, because why not? And won't cap us on the second chance. Can't leave on a miss. No. One more shot at the buzzer. And the buzzer beater will end it. You can't leave on a miss, Anthony. And that will be it for the game here at Lawler. Niles North falls to the Warriors 38-36. 57. And Anthony, in the last girls basketball game at home of the year, what are your takeaways?
I mean, definitely not how they want to end at home, and not how they want to end the season. They started so strong, but just throughout they weren't able to pull through as they're capable of. Right, this isn't an incapable team. This team has an opportunity. They have ability. Just didn't always work out, whether it be because of communication or hey, someone's sick this day. Just didn't work out, and so. But hopefully for the younger players on this team, they see what happened this season. They take lessons, they take notes, and they are ready for next year, Jacob.
Without a doubt, they do have one more game this Saturday at Revis. So if you want to go support them, you can head on down there for their last game of the season.
Yeah, let's just hope that the snowstorm ends by then. Because, again, just a reminder that there is an e-learning snow day tomorrow. Do not come to school. Unless you want to, I don't know. There's no one even to really say hi to.
Well, I know you're jumping up and have for joy for the fact of an e-learning day, but take a moment to hit the like and subscribe button here at NN Viking Media. Your support is greatly appreciated. But in the meantime, that will do it from Lawler. 57-38, your final score. Have a good night.